Like I bit it and just stayed there. It took for my grandmother and mother to run out the house to actually get me off of him because I really clutched onto his ear. I was that afraid. But after that, I was like, okay, I stuck up for myself. But it backfired because the people at school looked at biting as it was a punk move, as it was a scary move. So no matter how much I tried to stand up for myself, they were still making sure that they was on my neck at all times. At all times, they didn't budge. And so that was the first bully. The second bully. Now this bully stayed upstairs from me. He stayed upstairs from me, still going to the same school. So I had a bully across the street and a bully right upstairs. And this bully, he would make me be a bully to someone else. So he would threaten me, like, if you don't go hit this person in the head, then I'm gonna hit you in the head. And for me, I was scared of them. So a lot of these bullies, I really can honestly say I was scared of until I realized that they are just insecure people themselves, and they're going to try to find the person that's scared of them to continue to pick on them. So once I caught on, then I got hit. But with this bully, before, like, since I was so scared, it was like, okay, it's either I hit this guy or start something with this boy before I get beat up. So when he would say, Shelly, go hit that boy. Don't hit him right now. I'm going to blow your mouth out. I'm going to jump on you right now. And all of that was built up. And so it could be a boy just sitting down or just minding their own business. And I would go up there to him and just push him. And just push him. And then me and the little boys start fighting. And it was a continuous thing. Because right after that happened, the next day, the next week, he was like, Shelly, go do it. I'm not playing with you. You think I'm playing with you? I will really whip your butt. Go do it. You better go jump on them. And I would really start off by pushing them, telling them, and so it got to a point like, now I'm being a bully. Why don't I just stick up and stand up for myself to him? Why don't I just be like, okay, maybe we can fight? But then it wasn't like that. It was really my mindset of me trying to find myself and who I was that actually controlled my thoughts. So when it came to the third bully, now the third bully is where things got a little weird and a little tricky. So the third bully, he will always want to fight me, like no matter what. Anytime he saw me, he didn't even go to the same school as me. He was just in the area around the neighborhood, and he would always try to fight me. And then it would be weird because I never knew why he didn't like me. And then as we got older, like, he would act like he wanted to be friends. So he would kind of like give me a hug, like a bear hug, but he would try to kind of like put his pelvis against my pelvis. And I'm like, this is weird for this guy to really not like me, but seem like he trying to touch me on the low. Like, it was really weird. And it's been other incidents where it's been the same type of bullies that would try to fight me, but also walk past me and like rub my neck or say like a little joke and try to be funny. And I realized that when these guys are saying feminine or you a girl or just all this unnecessary stuff, it was really how they view themselves. Since I had the female traits, that in their eyes, the things that females do, like with jump roping and dancing and things like that, they always try to use that against me because of something that they really enjoyed. I right now to this day, I have heard stories of these same guys that actually was touching me and trying to sexually touch me on the low. They are now in prison doing the same things to other men. And these are real life people that I know that people comes to me, friends, old friends. Grand Rapids is small, so you can still see these same people, and so it clicks to me like, hold on. The whole time I'm sitting here trying to figure out what's going on with me, because I know that I like females, but I'm hearing someone say this because of how I dance, someone say this because I'm jumping rope. It was so much around my sexuality as a kid. It was like people wanted to control my sexuality before I could even lose my virginity. So it was so much like, I'm sitting here trying to holler at Ashley. I'm jumping rope for Ashley. And y'all sitting here talking about he gay. And I'm like, y'all gonna mess up my play for Ashley. Saying this stuff because of my hair. Because I know how to dance. Because of my hair is longer than some the other girls. Like, it was so much like, this is crazy. So being on the basketball team, I'm like, okay, I gotta get some macho in me. Because I don't like boys. I want a girlfriend. I want a girlfriend, and that's all I want. I want an Ashley. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want an Ashley. And so I'm like, let me get on the basketball team, get some more macho, some more masculine, feelings going on, so I can, find my identity and really truly love myself. And so being on the basketball team, since I wasn't that good, I still found a way to have insecurities. I did 3 years on the basketball team, and my mother, she didn't show up to one game. Not one game. So that kind of left me feeling that she didn't believe in me. She didn't believe in me. And she would say, well, Shannon, you like to dance. You like to dance. You don't like to play basketball. And I'm like, I'm on a team. I'm playing basketball. So I just needed some support. So without her support and with the absence of D, I was like, I can't get support from my parents, the people that should have the best look at life for me. I don't even have their support. So how can I get anyone else to support anything that I'm doing if I can't get my parents to support me? And it just made it really difficult trying to find my identity. Now, in 6th grade, my last year of elementary on the basketball team, D actually came and picked me up from home and took me to the games. He did it about 5-6 times. Like this 6th grade year, he really showed up for my basketball games. Now, I wouldn't see him through the week. But on Friday, when I called to say, hey, Pops, my game is on tomorrow at this time on Saturday. Are you going to make sure you be here to pick me up? He was there to pick me up. He did it several times. He did. The problem that I always had is that when he came and got me, we went to the game. The game was over, and he dropped me off. And I wouldn't talk to him again until the next Friday. Now, everyone know that basketball season is not all year round. It's only a good 3 to 4 months. So at that time, I really did enjoy spending time with D, since that was the most time that I have ever spent with him was when he was coming to get me for the games. And that started building my confidence. I was still building integrity, even though those kids tried to tear me down numerous of times with just how they felt. The people that knew me, the friends that I did have one really good friend, and he made sure he supported me. We stayed the night over each other's house. We played together. Like, he was really a good friend. He didn't care if I did play basketball with him and then go over down the street or somewhere and did play jump rope with a group of girls. Like, he didn't judge me for any of that. With that friend, he had diabetes. He had adolescent diabetes, and he ended up passing away. So we definitely didn't have much time on earth together. But I will always remember him, because out of anybody, he made sure that he stuck by my side no matter what. So it was definitely hard for me to realize that love, self-love, was really from within. Because at a point when you are being bullied and you are feeling neglected, when it is wrapped up with a lot of things going on, you start doubting yourself. It's so many times that I went to sleep praying to wake up and be more masculine. It's so many times that I went to sleep praying that these bullies will stop touching me. These bullies were popular people. These bullies were on the basketball team. These bullies that were trying to assault me sexually or physically were class clowns. They was the popular people. Like, everyone loved them. Everyone overlooked all the bad things they did to people. These are the type of bullies that try to name shame me for my sexuality that none of us should really have being in elementary, for something that they really enjoy themselves. And the thing about it is, I continued to feel forced. I was like, people want me to be gay. People want me to like boys. This is what they want. Not me saying, okay, this is what I want to do. This is them saying, this is what you are going to do, because that's what we want you to do. And being a kid, a broken kid, how I was just like, I was hurt. Like, as many times I cried, and I was hurt. I was so hurt. But now that I've gotten older, and I've realized that they really didn't know me. So with that story being told, let's wrap it up with a lesson. What did I learn from the lessons? What did I learn from the absence of my father? What did I learn from the neglect of my mother? What did I learn from the bullying that was physical or sexual? What did I do? How did I overcome them? Everything was trying to determine my identity. It had me looking into myself, trying to find love for myself. And this is what we're ending that chapter with. It says, I had to learn that I couldn't continue to let those kids get me down. Sure, my confidence were gone, but I was building integrity by staying true to myself. Those kids were speaking from their opinions, not from truly knowing me. Not telling on those kids was what I believed was right at the time because I had tough skin. I thought I could go through life not letting things in the past affect me. As I grew older, a lot of those situations took a toll on me. Now that I have kids, I see life clearer. I couldn't imagine them going through half of what I've experienced. I will make sure they know that I will always be by their side no matter what. I don't want them to grow up thinking their father abandoned them. I encourage any child who has experienced or has experienced any kind of assault to believe if you speak up, someone can help. No abuse is okay, and some abuse can be damaging for life. Self-love is forgiving yourself and boosting your self-esteem. Never let anyone's negative opinion determine your reality. It's not about who people say you are, but who you believe you are. Put your trust in yourself. Become your own motivation. People will find anything to antagonize you, whether you're doing good or bad. Once you find ways to build your own confidence with things that make you feel powerful with no help from anyone, then you truly become your best and have mastered the survival of self-love. So that wraps up the first part, the full first part, chapter 1 and 2, Surviving the Uncontrollable. And again, surviving the uncontrollable was me surviving how my name came about, my parents' background, why I'm not close to certain family members, why I was bullied. So I want to ask you guys, has there ever been a situation that you were in that you couldn't control? Was it your name? Was it anything from your parents' past? What was it? What was that one thing that made you survive the uncontrollable? I hope you guys love the first part of the book, Surviving the Uncontrollable. If so, like and subscribe, and make sure you touch the notification bell button so you don't miss out when we start posting part 2 of the book. And part 2, it gets even more deeper. Part 2 is surviving abuse, and it comes with different strategies that we have to talk about. And this is from surviving mental, emotional, physical abuse. It's really going to give us a clear outlook on how much damage has been done and how much control we need to take over our life. Thank you for tuning in. From Son to Man, peace.